To the disappointment of Marvel fans everywhere, Spider-Man is swinging out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sony and Marvel Studios, which previously worked together to create the last two solo Spider-Man films starring Tom Holland, have failed to reach an agreement in negotiations for future rights to the character. That means that Sony will be taking back Peter Parker, and Marvel Studios will no longer be able to use the character in ensemble films. So what does that mean for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and for the character? 2 more Spider-Man solo films are reportedly in the works with Tom Holland, but his character is so immersed in the MCU as Iron Man's protege that extricating him from that universe will be tricky. Marvel originally lost Spider-Man in the 1990s after selling the rights to one of their most popular characters to Sony due to financial struggles. Sony proceeded to make the popular Spider-Man trilogy starring Tobey Maguire and the not-so-popular Andrew Garfield reboot. That's when the now flourishing Marvel Studios swooped in. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige struck a deal with Sony in 2015. Marvel Studios would help Sony reboot Spider-Man again if Marvel could use Spidey in some of its ensemble films. Tom Holland's Peter Parker went on to appear in Captain America: Civil War, Avengers: Infinity War, and Avengers: Endgame, developing a close relationship with Tony Stark and becoming the beating heart of the MCU. The entire plot of the latest Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man: Far From Home, focused on Peter Parker inheriting Iron Man's responsibilities, a plotline that Sony is going to have to scrap in future films. With Marvel out of the picture, Peter will also lose key allies, including the remaining Avengers, Nick Fury, and his aunt's new boyfriend, Happy Hogan. While the MCU is not lacking in superheroes to team up for an ensemble movie, it's unclear how the remaining characters in the MCU will deal with the sudden disappearance of Spider-Man. Meanwhile, Sony has big plans for the web-slinging hero. Building on the success of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Venom, the studio wants to expand the Spider-Man universe. While Venom, the Spider-Man spin-off starring Tom Hardy, was critically panned, it made $856 million at the box office. Tom Holland's Spider-Man was conspicuously missing from that movie, but now it's possible he could make an appearance in 2020's Venom 2. With Sony's plans for other Spidey villain standalone films, including Morbius and a potential Sinister Six movie, it looks as though Sony is after a cinematic universe as big as Marvel's.